Hello, my name is Ben Barnett and this video is a guide to how to get the best out of your first transformational massage with me. So a little bit of understanding about transformational massage. It's basically a truly holistic experience where the client gets to release mental, emotional, physical, historic energy and tension from any aspect of life and in any part of the body. Now, unlike conventional massage, there's actually some real value in you preparing your mind and becoming aware of connections between your emotions, past experiences that may have happened to you, and also the strategies that you use to deal with your day-to-day life. It's not compulsory to do any of these things before a treatment, but the more that you are in the context, if you like, of the treatment, the more you are already thinking about how does my internal state, my mental state, the way I use my body, how does that connect with my external environment, really speeds up the process of phase one of the treatment, which is emptying out the clutter. So emptying out the clutter is about realizing how much we hold on to experiences from our past. Mundane, everyday experiences like the practicalities of life, but also the stress of significant traumas and even physical injuries. To hold the significance of those things in our bodies actually makes it harder for our body to then prepare itself to do the everyday things we want, and also to push ourselves in our performance, in exercise, for example. So sometimes it's useful to go back through your life and have a look at key things that may have caused you anxiety or stress. You can have high-level things like accidents or injuries, unexpected changes in emotional state, things that may have happened at work that were stressful or traumatic. Any of these things can be relevant. The idea is just to note them and notice whether thinking about those things elicits any kind of emotional response or even precedes any physical tension in your body. Noticing that will mean that during the treatment, when those things come up, it'll be easier to make the association between a particular part of your body and something that's happened in the past, and to go through that first stage of releasing what your body may be holding that's getting in the way of the next level of health and well-being. The other thing to be aware of is how you think, and especially how you think about your thoughts. Okay, a lot of us spend a lot of time analyzing our thoughts, ignoring things that we might say to ourselves in our head, or placing unnecessary emphasis on thoughts that come into our head that may be judgmental, that might be negative in terms of thinking about our own performance or our own engagement with life. And rather than judging your judgments or questioning why you question so much, start to cultivate a mindset of observing, just noticing, oh, I just had that thought for the third time today, but I haven't actioned it. Or, oh, I just noticed that I'm worrying about this person, but I haven't reached out to see how they are. Observation is a key area of the transformational massage treatments and of body-centered coaching and environment-centered living, two modalities that I engage with my clients with. To be in the space of observational awareness is to be in the eye of the storm. That place where, even though things may be in crisis or difficulty, you can actually step away from those and detach and notice things that can be really beneficial for you. One of the other things to notice is what you believe your body is capable of and what you believe holistic therapies, including specific things like massage or guided visualization, are capable of causing in terms of you feeling different by the end of your treatment. It is quite possible to block the effects of something because you have decided that it probably isn't really going to work, or that you are immune to something, or that you're different. You can actually activate systems in the body that would make that more true for you. Now, that doesn't mean you have to totally believe in something for it to work, but just notice if there's a part of your brain that is really anti the experience that actually you've chosen for yourself. There are particular parts of the body that relate to having conflicting ideas or experiences. Knowing where those are, you can start to release the conflict, which is a natural part of everyday life and making sense of the world. Conflict isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if you make your mind up so that you can be on one side or the other of a conflict, that can limit your experience. When you come to a session, make sure that you're clear that the session and the space of the session is yours. If there's any questions you have about, how you might need to dress or what might be expected of you, don't let them just bounce around in your head. Ask them in ahead of time, or equally, ask them as the session begins. A lot of the first session can be your mind trying to work out what's going to happen next, trying to decide whether it's working for you or whether you like it. And once you get past that phase, then I would say that a client is truly committed. They're engaged with what's happening. They're not trying to work it out. For some people, that can be right at the end of their very first session, which obviously means their second session is more powerful. But if you do this work before, you can find yourself getting to very deep and even unexpected levels of reflection, of relaxation, of calm, way beyond what you've had before in other treatments. So, to summarize, start to look inwards at yourself, but equally start to notice before your treatment how the outside world is already being reflected or interacting with your internal state. If you have questions, ask those questions in advance. Get yourself as prepared as possible, and let go of any assumptions that something is not significant or that it is highly significant. Often the mind and the body throw up a smoke screen to say, oh, this pain in your knee is really what you need to focus on, when in fact the symptom is some distance away from the cause of the problem. These sessions are designed to get to the crux of the matter, the cause of the issues, whether they're mental, emotional, or physical, and to help you really be empowered to address those things. This is Ben Barnett speaking to you from my garden clinic. Looking forward to seeing you wherever you choose to engage with Hydrotherm Transformational Massage.